So see, similarly, the reactance of coupling capacitor capacitor 2 is also calculated as 1/10 into addition of RC plus RL. What is RC? It is a capacitor resistance. And what is RL? It is a load resistance. Okay. Next, see, ICEQ. ICEQ itself is nothing but our ICE. Okay. Why it is Q suffix? Because it is a Q point. Okay. It is a y coordinate of the Q point. So you can use ICE or you can use ICEQ. Sometimes in the exam, they may mention ICE or they may mention ICEQ or ICQ only. That is also okay. So it is always greater than the load current. And how we can calculate the load current? It is a VO upon RL. Okay. Now see, the value of RL is nearly equal to the 5 to 6 times as that of the value of R2. Okay, so every time they are not going to mention R1, R2 separately. They are either mention R1 or R2. So according to this line, we can find out the next one. So R1 is always means equal to 5 to 6 times as that of the R2. So see the next one, the value of RC. RC is nothing but capacitive reactance. Sorry, not capacitive reactance. It is a capacitive resistance. Is nearly equal to 5 to 6 times as that of the value of RE, that is the emitter resistance. And some of the value we have to assume by our own, that is stability factor. If they are not mentioned the stability factor, we have to take it as a 3. Then the source resistance, ideal value of the source resistance is a 50 ohm. Then VBE is nothing but it is a base emitter voltage. As we know that standard value of the base emitter is 0.7 for silicon and 0.3 for germanium. In many of the applications, we are going to prefer the silicon for the thermal stability. Now then, if frequency of the input signal is not given, assume it from 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz. If they have mentioned the frequency, we have to take it value as it is. If they are not going to mention the frequency, in that case, we can take the frequency value as a 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz. Then the input impedance HIE, that is a 2.5 kilo ohm. If they have mentioned, we have to take that value. If they have not mentioned, we have to take HIE as a 2.5 kilo ohm. Okay, and last one, that is a load resistance. It should be 1K. So here I am going to show you one of the example, and remaining example you should take it as a homework. So this chapter is very having only 2 to 3 bits. That is the effect of low, high, and medium frequency, and this one, designing of the driving circuit. So see here. Now, what is the question? Design a single stage RC coupled amplifier which provides the operating point. Okay, operating point, they have mentioned 5 volt and 5 milliampere. We know that. What is Q point? X coordinate is nothing but the VCEQ, or we call it as a VCE. And Y coordinate is nothing but our IC or ICE or ICEQ. You can use any representation. Okay. And the VCC value they have already mentioned, that is a 12 volt. Voltage gain they have given as 100. And current gain they have given as a 150. Alpha, beta, gamma is nothing but the current gain. So we need not to confuse over here. That is what is 100 and what is 150. So 150 is a current gain in a transistor. Whatever the gain is there, all these gain, alpha, beta, gamma, is a current gain. Yes. What is meant by alpha? It is a common base, that is IC upon IE. What is beta? It is for common emitter, that is IC upon IB. II means what? It is a current ratio, means what? It is a current gain. Okay. So VB is a 0.6 they have mentioned. If they have not mentioned, we have to take it as a 0.7 as a standard value. But in our case, they have mentioned already. So we have to take VB as a 0.6. HIE, that is input resistance of the transistor, it is a 2.5K. S, that is a stability factor, that is a 3, and RL is equal to 1 kilo ohm. Now what happens? We have to design a single stage RC coupled amplifier. So we have to draw that one. Okay. As it is a ready-made notes, this diagram is there. But if it is in the question, you have to draw this one. Okay. So see here, this is the standard diagram of the circuit. Okay. Now, this is the first step. You have to write the given data. So what we have given, that is a Q point. What is the Q? It is a 5, 5. 5, 5 means what? 5 volt is the output voltage, that is VCE or VCEQ, that is a 5. and ICEQ or IC, that is a 5 milliampere. Okay, then what is given? VCC. What is the value of VCC given? That is a 12 volt. Then what is given? Gain. Okay, gain is always showing with the letter A. If it is a voltage gain, A suffix V. If it is a current gain, A suffix I. Okay, so we call it in the H parameter, we call it as a HFE also. As it is a common emitter, we call it as a beta also, which is a 150. Okay, now next HIE. HIE is nothing but the input resistance, which is given as a 2.5 kilo ohm, and S is equal to 3, RL is equal to 1 kilo ohm. Okay, so this is nothing but the given data. Now one by one, that is we have to assume some of the values. So see here, what is the means which value they have not given. See this diagram, we have to means what we can say, we have to find out the each value of each and every component. So one by one we have to start. So see RS, whether they have given the RS value. No, if RS is not given, then we have to assume that one. So assume RS as equal to 50. Why 50? Who tell us that assume RS as a 50? So see here, this line, assumption source resistance is equal to 50 ohm. So we have accordingly, we have to assume the value of RS as a 50 ohm. Okay, so input frequency, whether they are mentioning any input frequency. No, if it is not mentioned, we have to take it as a 20 to 20k. So we have again assumed the input frequency value. Okay, now tell me step by step. Now selection of RE. Now first we have to calculate the value of RE. So we have to, in the one example, you have to understand which flow or what is the steps one by one we have to follow, and accordingly for the next example you can follow that step. So first in that case we have to find out the value of RE. So what we know about the RE? See, RE is nothing but means to find out the RE, we know we are not having any value. So to find out the RE value, either we need a voltage and current flowing through that, and then we can use the Ohm's law, that is R is equal to V upon I. Yes, but how to find out the value of voltage across this RE? It is a 1 upon 10 VCC. So either they have mentioned the VCC. So see in the given data, they have already mentioned the value of VCC. So what is the value of VRE? It is 1 upon 10 into VCC. So what is 1 upon 10 into VCC? 12 upon 10. So which is nothing but 1.2. That is the value of voltage. But we are interested in resistance. Yes, RE. So what is resistance? It is voltage upon current. Then we have to find out the current. Okay. So see, VRE is nothing but the I into RE. But RE is nothing but voltage upon current. Now we know the relation. I is approximately equal to IC. Why? IB is very negligible. So put that value of IC over here. IC itself is nothing but ICEQ. As they have mentioned the Q point, we know the value of ICEQ. Now from this equation, we are already getting the value of VRE. So put the value VRE as a 1.2, ICEQ as a 5 milliampere. Accordingly, we will get the value of RE, which is 240 ohm. Okay. Next, we have to find out C. We will get here the value of RE. Now we have to find out the value of R1 and R2. Okay, so see here how we can find out that value of R1 and R2. So see, selection of R1 and R2. So what is the value of VR2? VR2 is nothing but the value of VBE plus VRE. Now how we can say, see, R2 is nothing but what? R2 is nothing but the voltage across this. Okay, voltage across R2 itself is nothing but the addition of these two voltages. Which voltages? It is addition of VBE, that is voltage across this transistor, plus voltage across this RE. And that's why what we are writing, voltage across this VR2 is term as a VR2. VR2 is nothing but the addition of these two voltages. Voltage across this transistor and voltage across this resistance RE. Okay, so see here. So see, VR2 is nothing but the VB plus VRE. But how to find out the VR2? As we know the formula, R2 upon R1 plus R2 into VCC. Yes. So equating these two equations, VR2, left side is equal to right side. So VRE plus VRE, sorry, VBE plus VRE is equal to VCC into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Now what we have to do, we have to divide this VB and VRE with VCC. So see here, VB plus VRE divided by VCC. So this multiplied by VCC get divided by VCC on the right hand side. So see, we know the value of VRE, that is 0.6. We know the value of, sorry, VRE as a 1.2, VB as a 0.6. They have already given that value, VCC also 12. So we will get the value of this R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into 0.56. Now what about but we are interested in R1 and R2 values. So for that we have to know we have to use the equation for the stability factor. So see here, what is the stability factor? It is 1 plus RB upon RE. Okay, so yeah, RB is nothing but what is it? Is our RTH. Okay, so as S is given as a 3, put here, that is 1 plus RTH, value of RE as a 240, which we have already calculated in the step 1. So accordingly, we will get the RTH as a 480. So equate this value. RTH is nothing but what? It is R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So we know the value of R1 divided by R1 plus R2, which is 0.15. So put that value over here, 0.15 R1, again 480. So from that we can calculate the value of R1. So put that, once we get the value of R1, we can easily find out the value of R2. So put the value of R1 here, and getting solve this, we will get the value of R2 as a 0.56. So here we are getting the value of RE. Here we will get the value of RE, R1, R2 and RS. Now which is remaining? Here is the RC. So take the value of RC, that is selection of RC. For the finding out the value of RC, we have to apply KVL to the output side, that is VCC minus ICRC minus CC minus VRE is equal to 0. So we have to take all the VCC on one side and remaining all the terms on the another side. So VCC itself written as IC into RC, which is equal to, no, instead of that you have to take that RC into one side and all the remaining into another side, and getting solved we will get RC as a 1.16. Now which is remaining points is the value of capacitor CC, CC1 and CC2. So see how the relation of XC is equal to 1 upon 10 RE. In the assumption value they have already given. See here. CC1 is equal to 1 upon 10 into HI. Okay, HI is nothing but what? It is the input resistance of the transistor. So put that value over here. Similarly, XC is equal to 1 upon 10 into RE. So here we are getting the value of emitter capacitance, and for CC1 and CC2, XCC1 is equal to 1 upon 10 into HI, that is the input resistance of the transistor. So this is the value of XCC1, but we are interested in the capacitor value, not its on the reactance value. So see, again we have to rearrange this equation, 1 upon 2 pi F into XCC1. From that we will get the value of CC1. So similarly, we can find out the value of CC2. Okay. And after that, we have to put all the values, and here the design of driver circuit is going to be complete. So in this example, what happens? You have to draw this circuit first. That is a single stage common emitter amplifier. And in the design process, you have to find out the value of each and every components. So sometimes if they are not giving you the value, you have to assume some of the standard equations or the relations, and according to that relations you can put the values or you can calculate the values. Is it okay? Hello.